My name is Carrie Belzer, and I will be giving an informative speech on low-carb diets. Much of the carbohydrate controversy revolves around its relationship to the hormone insulin. Insulin is a peptide hormone produced by beta cells in the pancreas. It's central to regulating carbohydrate and fat metabolism in the body. As the claims go, insulin makes you fat, and carbohydrate spikes insulin, thus carbohydrates makes you fat. Sounds simple, right? Yeah, the story is simple, but it's false. While yes, it's true that insulin's job is to pull glucose out of the body and store excess fat, it's also responsible for driving amino acids into our muscles for protein synthesis and clearing dietary fats out of the blood as well, which are stored as body fat more efficiently than carbohydrates. On top of all that, insulin has a mild anti-catabolic effect, meaning it helps preserve your muscle. While it's also true that eating carbohydrates increases insulin levels in your blood, many common sources of protein, such as eggs, cheese, beef, and fish, are comparable in their ability to do the same. Some people claim that because your body generally produces more insulin when you eat carbohydrates, this leads to more fat storage. They're wrong. Research has shown that the amount of insulin your body produces in response to eating food, or insulin response as it's called, doesn't affect the amount of fat stored. So in short, insulin is your friend. It's not part of a conspiracy between your pancreas and fat cells to ruin your self-image. That's one strike against the carbs make you fat camp. Let's now look directly at carbohydrate intake and fat loss. Many low-carb gurus will claim you can lose weight much quicker if you consume very few carbs every day. Some people even believe they only lose weight if they cut out carbs completely. A simple review of scientific literature shows that diet composition has no effect on long-term weight loss. For example, let's first look at a study conducted by the University of Pennsylvania. Researchers assigned 63 obese adults to either a low-carb, high-protein, high-fat diet or a conventional diet of 60% of calories from carbs, 25 from fat, and 15 from protein. The problem with these advices is they fly in the face of both basic physiology and scientific findings and mask the most common weight loss roadblock: eating too much and moving too little. The result, the low-carb group lost more weight in the first 3 months, but the difference at 12 months wasn't significant. The 3-month result isn't surprising, considering the fact that reducing your carb intake decreases the amount of glycogen and you store in your liver and muscles, which in turn decreases total body water retention. This, of course, causes a rapid weight loss that has nothing to do with burning fat. Anyone that's been on a low-carb diet has experienced this. Harvard University published a study in 2009 on the effects of diet composition and weight loss. They assigned 811 overweight adults to one of 4 diets, which were comprised of the following percentages of fat, protein, and carbs: 20, 15, and 65, 40, 15, and 45, and 40, 25, and 35. After 6 months of dieting, participants had lost an average of 13.2 pounds. They began to regain weight after 12 months, and by 2 years, weight loss averaged out to 8.8 pounds, with no meaningful differences between low protein, low fat, or low carb and high carb groups. Despite the body of evidence above, personal experience has taught me that some people tend to do just better on high carb or low carb diets, and some do fine with either. For instance, some people, like myself, do very well with low carb diets. They can lose weight very quickly and easily, feel energized all day without any crashes, and are able to maintain considerable strength in the gym. Others don't do well with the high carb approach. Weight loss is slower than optimal, it makes them very hungry, which leads to overeating, and it comes with frustrating energy levels. Unfortunately, it's not easy to tell if you're a high fat or a low fat body type, but it's fairly easy to take an educated guess regarding insulin resistance and sensitivity in insulin response. As with any diet, it will require you to change your eating habit. And let's not forget, exercise is key with any diet.